We know that consumers are eager to purchase this coverage. And to the millions of Americans who have attempted to use healthcare.gov to shop and enroll in healthcare coverage, I want to apologize to you that the website has not worked as well as it should. We know how desperately you need affordable coverage.
Marilyn Taverner under fire on the Hill. Yesterday, the White House is battening down the hatches as President Obama tries to preserve his record amid mounting scandals. With the scoop on what's going on in his inner circle, we have WSJ's Colleen McCain Nelson. Colleen, thank you very much for being there.
Thanks for having me.
So, what's going on is we hear a drumbeat of there are problems with the rollout of the Affordable Care Act known as Obamacare. We're hearing other problems that the White House is having. What's been going on? What have you dug out to tell us about what's going on in his inner circle?
Well, it's interesting as we've seen all these problems with the healthcare rollout and just kind of all the controversy that the White House has faced. They've not been very transparent about what they've known and what their role is and what exactly is happening inside the White House. And from talking with White House officials in the last couple of days, we've started to learn a little bit about how they're involving themselves in trying to fix the Affordable Care Act website, trying to actually get involved in the nitty-gritty of this. President Obama was very frustrated that he was sent out to pitch this website to compare it to compare buying health insurance to buying a plane ticket. And so he now is getting a nightly report where he sees all the metrics of the progress that they're making on the website. His chief of staff, Dennis McDonough, is having a meeting at the end of each day to talk about the website. So we're now seeing the West Wing get a lot more involved in making sure this gets fixed as quickly as possible.
Now we're going to see Kathleen Sebelius, the head of the Health and Human Services. She's the secretary of that, and she will face a House panel today. I imagine that will be testy.
I think that's a good guess. She will definitely face a lot of tough questions. She will probably just face a lot of just speeches that are not really questions, but just kind of anger directed at her. A number of Republicans have called for her to resign. I mean, she's kind of been the face of this operation, and so a number of lawmakers have been waiting to get their chance to say things to her and to ask her questions.
Now, one of the things I find interesting about your story is that you've even got Democratic politicians on the Hill saying that there hasn't been communication from the White House about what's going on, and even there's a drumbeat from the Democratic side to say, hey, maybe the individual mandate, which is where you have to buy healthcare, should be delayed, made optional perhaps. Tell us more about that.
Right. It's notable when Democrats start to criticize the White House, and they have had a very unified front on the Affordable Care Act, and now we're starting to see some break off and call for a delay in the individual mandate or an extension of the enrollment period. And we're also just hearing kind of just general unhappiness from some Democratic lawmakers saying that they're not really getting much information from the White House, and also hearing from some White House allies, some former administration officials saying they're a little bit worried that perhaps the White House officials are kind of worn out from battle after battle, and that perhaps they've been a little bit insular. So we're hearing some concerns coming from Democrats, not just criticism coming from Republicans.
Well, it sounds like we're going to have a lot of great stuff to watch today on the Hill with Kathleen Sebelius. Thank you very much, Colleen McCain Nelson. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.